With another stellar outing by Umber and big hits by Vizquel and Paulie, the domination over the Mariners continued last. From the beautiful city, Chicago, Illinois, Comcast Sportsnet presents White Sox Baseball. It's Paul Konerko, Alexa Ramirez, Alex Rios and the Sox as they get set to butt heads with Ichiro Suzuki, Justin Smoke, Miguel Oliva, and the Seattle Mariners. Hi, everybody, and welcome. With Steve Stone, I'm Ken Harrelson as we get set to bring you the finale of this three-game set. Sox have taken the first two. They won the opener 3-1. Johnny Danks picking up his first victory of the season. Then last night, Phil Umber went out there and once again was just sensational. Sox won that ball game 5-1, beating Felix Hernandez. So the Sox come in at 30-33, trying to go for the sweep tonight with Gavin Floyd.
Gavin Floyd's been throwing the ball pretty well. He's 6-5 this year. His ERA in the high threes. But he's always had some problems with the Seattle team. His ERA is up there, and he's a losing record at 3-4 against them. But there's ground to be gained. The Indians have already lost in 10 to Minnesota. So Jason Vargas is the opponent. He's a crafty left-hander with a good changeup. He's 3-3 this year, but his ERA is 4.5. We sweep this series. We pick up a half a game on the Indians. Coming in at 5.5 back, it's not all bad.
All right, sit back, relax, and strap it down. White Sox baseball coming your way.
White Sox Baseball on Comcast Sportsnet is brought to you in part by your Chicago area and Northwest Indiana Lexus dealer, who invites you to test drive a Lexus today. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois. 75 years being right here in Illinois means no one's closer to your wellness. Experience wellness everywhere. Subway. Every day at Subway, choose from many delicious regular foot-long subs for just $5. Subway. Eat fresh. Honda. Visit your local Honda dealer today or go to shophonda.com and find great values on a new Honda. AT&T Uverse. Find out more of what's possible at att.com. AT&T. Rethink possible. And by United. Proud to fly the Chicago White Sox.
Xfinity on demand, only from Comcast. Don't miss the action. Call 1-800-XFINITY today. It's a red-hot night at the ballpark, 91 degrees. As Gavin Floyd takes his warm-ups, and we'll see how Eric Wedge is going to line them up tonight. Ichiro leading off, and it's Ryan, Smoke, Adam Kennedy hitting cleanup with Olivo, Peguero, Gutierrez, Carp, and Figgin. The Suzuki defense and how they'll line up behind Gavin Floyd is Pierre Rios and Lillibridge left to right in the infield. Morel, Ramirez, Beckham, and Paulie back at first base. Ramon Castro gets a nod behind the plate, and the Lexus Pursuing Perfection starting pitcher is Gavin Floyd. Looking for his 7th win, his ERA, 3.84. It's been pretty tough, just 17 walks. When he gets a curveball over the plate early, he is mighty tough to deal with, either left or right-handers. It doesn't really matter to him. There's a look at Ozzie as he looks on, thinking they're going to get some offense against Vargas tonight. So we're ready to play baseball. I'm ready to turn it over to my play-by-play partner, Hawk Harrelson.
All right, Stone Pony, thank you. And once again, good evening, everyone, and welcome to White Sox baseball right here on Comcast Sportsnet. Finale of this 3-game set, so happy you could join us. Here's Ichiro. He comes in hitting at 260. No homers. He's driven in 20. 1 for 8 in the first 2 games of this set. And the first pitch of the ball game. Softly hit. So 1 pitch, 1 out. Mariners come in hitting just 229 as a club, but they have a 3.35 team ERA, which is awesome. They are 13 and 15 on the road.
And Ichiro only twice this series has hit the ball out of the infield. So he's really slumping.
So here's Brendan Ryan, the shortstop, hitting at 256. Takes that breaking ball low and away. Outfield, straight up, spread out. This is the 6th meeting of the year between these two teams. In the first 5, Sox have won 4. And the count 2-0.
Ryan's got a little pop in the bat, line drive power mostly, and mostly it's to right center field. Acquired from St. Louis for a right-hand pitcher.
There's the strike. 2-1. Ryan last year for the Cardinals hit just 223, a couple of homers, and he drove in 36. Chops that foul.
Big problem with last year for him was he was coming off a wrist injury, and that really made it tough for him. The year before he was very good. He hit 292. Cardinals said he was by far their best defensive shortstop, and they decided to trade him. They turned over the position, at least for the time being, to Ryan Theriot.
Fair ball hangs high. Tigers already on the board. Home run by Don Kelly off Alexei Ogando. Top of the first inning.
Into the jet stream.
And the payoff pitch. So the 1-out walk. Ryan is 1 for 2 in stolen bases, and that'll bring up the switch hitting first baseman, Justin Smoke, out of Goose Creek, South Carolina, hitting at 245, 10 homers and 34 driven in.
I'm sure Gavin was watching, but last night Phil Umber just handled him about as well as you can handle him, with the cornucopia of slow breaking balls.
Take your time, boys, and rack them up. That'll do it. 4-6-3 after half inning of play. It's the Mariners nothing and the good guys coming to bat.
Harrison, Quentin. Paulie in the cleanup spot with Rios, Lillibridge, Castro, Beckham, and Morrell. The Suzuki defense and how they will set up is Figueroa, Gutierrez, and Ichiro in right field. Figgins, Ryan, Kennedy, and Smoke in the infield. Miguel Olivo behind the plate. And Alexis pursuing perfection starting pitcher is Jason Vargas on for his 13th start. Last time out through a gem. A 4-hit shutout against Tampa Bay.
And before we show you our picks to click, you at home select yours as first pitch upstairs to Juan Pierre. Juan hitting at 261, a homer. He's driven in 14, just 1 for 7 in this series. Corners in close. As that ball hit well into center field for one, but it's a can of corn. So 1 out. And that'll bring up Alexei. Ramirez hitting at 293, 6 homers and 31 driven in.
Actually had last night off, so he's a guy that usually plays every day. Ozzie decided to keep him out of the lineup, refresh him a bit. It was a red hot night, as it is again here tonight.
And first ball, Hunting pops it up. Smoke. And quickly, 2 down. Right now, let's check out our picks to click this evening. Jim Angio, our director and the crew, went with Brett Morrell. Stone Pony's going with Gordon Beckham. And my buddy, my good friend George Thomas down in Elkhart, Indiana. And we're going to go with Alex Rios. So 2 quick out. And here's Quentin hitting at 268, 15 homers and 42 driven in.
Vargas has a very good changeup. His fastball will range anywhere from 86 to 91, depending on if he wants to throw a 4-seamer or a 2-seamer. His 2-seamer runs away from the right-hand hitters.
Well, we've been telling you for a long time now that the worst 5 words you can tell a hitter is that he's got a great changeup. Pitch just misses, and the count evens at 1.
Vargas has never been overpowering. That's why he's got to change speeds, even off his fastball. There's Carl Willis, the pitching coach.
And there's a little spinner, grabs the strike, and the count 1-2. That's high and deep. Stretch. Way back. He looks up. You can put it on the board. Yes. Number 16 for Quentin. And the Sox lead it 1-0.
A Ford home run replay. Vargas tries to throw that fastball in on the hands. Carlos Quentin doesn't let it get in there. A towering fly ball. And on a very warm night, it easily sails into the bullpen. He's driven in 43.
And here's Paulie. Paulie hitting at 318, 14 homers, 47 knocked in. Takes that change up downstairs. Paulie 3 for 8. Check that, 3 for 6 in this series. And of the 3 hits that he has in this series, one of them stayed in the park.
He also has a streak going, 8 straight games with driving in at least 1 run. Duplicating the feat that he accomplished starting this season. So from the moment it started until today, he's been just a terrific hitter.
That pitch is high.
Against Seattle, they just as soon not see Paul, but they're going to have to look at him one more series after they leave town.
Took a little more off that one. So 2-2. Well, he has faced Vargas 5 times, has 3 hits, 1 homer. And that fastball hit him on the fist, pops him up right side. Adam Kennedy will make the play, but the homer by Quinton. After 1, it is 1-0 Good Guys.
White Sox in-game live only on CSNChicago.com. Brought to you by The Great Escape.
1-0 lead here in the top of the 2nd inning. If you're just tuning in, Sox trying to sweep Seattle. As a matter of fact, Sox have had terrific luck against these Mariners. 22-8 in the last 30 games.
And it should continue tonight. The Seattle team last in the American League in hitting. And if Gavin Floyd gets his curveball over early, he's going to pose big problems for these guys.
Kennedy takes outside. 35-year-old veteran hitting at 286, 5 homers, 18 driven in. And there's a strike to even accounted 1. And that's a pop foul. Trying to come back, but it won't get there. And while the Mariners are playing us in the finale of this 3-game set, Tigers taking on the Rangers down at Arlington, finale of that 3-game set. And then the Mariners, after the game, will board their charter and head on over to Detroit, where they will have a 4-game set against the Tigers. He gone. He knew it.
Castro wants it away. Gavin gets the entire outside corner with that backdoor curveball that he throws so very well to the left-handers.
Here's Miguel Olivo hitting at 242, 7 homers and 27 driven in. Miguel's been doing it lately with the bat. Hitting 322 his last 17 games. He's also doing it with the leather. He's leading the major leagues in ERA when he's behind the plate. When he's catching, there's a team ERA of 2.86. Rob Johnson, former Mariner catcher in San Diego, is second with a 3.16.
Sox pitchers have handled Olivo pretty well in this series by staying away with breaking balls, throwing in some changeups, getting him out in front of most everything. Throwing inside with the fastball off the plate is a show me pitch, and then getting him out away.
Well, you mentioned a key phrase in there, change-ups. You got to change speeds on McGill. If you just come at him hard, he's very, very dangerous.
A strong man.
Oh.
Last pitch was a cutter and wasn't one of Gavin's best. Now he's going to try to wipe him out with the curveball.
Right off the end of the bat, and the count hangs at 1-2. Red Sox top of the fourth in the Bronx, leading the Yankees 7-0. They're trying to make it 7 out of the last 8 this year.
Yankees are not going to invite them back, I don't think. They have not been good guests. They've been clobbering them.
Trying to make it 7 of 8. Wow. 2-2.
There are the standings coming in. A dead heat. Percentage points separating the Yankees and the Red Sox. Looks like they'll take over first place.
And a full count. Seattle comes in with that 31-30 record, just 2.5 games back of Texas, second place in the West. There's a get me over and hit hard.
There's a youngster that started the first game against us, Michael Pineda. 22 years old, and boy, does he have good stuff. The umpires for the game tonight: Marvin Hudson behind the plate, the crew chief Tim McClellan at first, Brian Runge at second, and DJ Rayburn is at third.
And there's another get me over, got away with it, pops it up right side.
Here's our United Airlines leaders of the game. And it is the White Sox pitching at home. Third in the American League with an ERA of 3.34. Especially good recently. And you know, when it gets warm here, this is a bandbox. That's how good the pitchers have been.
So here's Peguero, hitting at 234 homers, 12 driven in. And there's the strike.
We told you it was hot and very humid, but that's all going to change later tonight and tomorrow.
What's the forecast?
It's going to rain tonight. It's going to drop into the 60s by tomorrow. It's supposed to rain tomorrow. Hopefully not affecting the Oakland game.
There's a major league pop-up. That's the second one he's hit in this series. And that'll do it. A nice 1-2-3 inning for Floyd. And after an inning and a half, he leads at 1-0. Sportsnet. Tribune writers, sports stars, and celebrities join host David Kaplan to discuss the day's hottest sports topics and set the table for the night ahead. Chicago Tribune Live, presented by Captain Morgan. Weeknights at 5:30 on Comcast Sportsnet, fans' best friend. Alex Rios, Brent Lillibridge, and Ramon Castro here in the bottom of the second inning. Change up. One pitch, one out. And we'll have a moment when it's sound a big White Sox hello to a huge Sox fan of 65 years. And a Sox fan since he was 15 years old, Ralph Perry from Muncie, Indiana. Go Sox, Ralph. And here is Lillibridge. Brent hitting at .284, 7 homers, 12 knocked in. Takes first pitch strike. And the count 0-2. That's inside. This guy, not in his windup, but after he takes the ball out of his gloves, got a little Scott McGregor in him. Of course, he doesn't throw across his body as much as Scott did, but.
Well, Scotty had great deception.
Whoa, he pitched one of the best games against us. Nice play. Nice play right there to get the speedy Lillibridge. 2 down.
Ryan goes up the middle and slings it from the side. Gets it there an eyelash ahead of Lillibridge.
So here's Castro. But Scott McGregor was a pitcher for the Orioles, and we had a good offensive team. He pitched a 3-hit shutout against us with 10 strikeouts, 7 of them coming on high fastballs, and he never hit 80.
Because that changeup was so good, it made his fastball look twice as fast.
If you could find, you young pitchers out there, especially if you're left-handed, if you could find any video of Scott McGregor and watch it, I'll tell you what, you don't have to throw hard to pitch in the big leagues, as Kennedy's got him. So that's an easy 1-2-3 inning for Vargas, and we're into the third. The White Sox game as they take on the Northsiders right here at beautiful US Cellular Field. You could also get to throw out the first pitch for a chance at $1 million. So for your chance to win other great Sox prizes, go to tastepoints.com.
Gavin has faced the minimum through 2 innings, courtesy of a double play off the bat of Justin Smoke.
And here's Gutierrez. Franklin. Comes in hitting an even 200 with a homer and 2 RBIs. Mike Carp on deck, just called up. Mike Wilson was just sent down. There's the strike. Comebacker. Oh, yeah. Nice.
You hang around that mound after you deliver the baseball, follow through well, you're going to save yourself a whole lot of base hits back up the middle. Here's our Xfinity high-speed action replay, and it's right back from where it came. Gavin just reaches up, takes the one hopper, makes it easy, and Carp has some pretty good power.
Well, he's 24 years old. He was hitting .348, 19 homers, and 58 RBIs down at Tacoma. So, yeah, that's pretty awesome. Last year at Tacoma, he had 29 homers and drove in 76. He's 6'2", 215 pounds, out of Long Beach.
Came over from the New York Mets originally, and he just gets hit
with a curveball. So here's Figgins.
Been a real tough year for him, but the switch hitter, although he hasn't been good from either side, is a little better from the left side.
He's hitting .185, a homer, 13 knocked in. Carp, pretty good lead. And there's a bunt attempt, but it's foul. And a reminder, you can visit the official online shop of the White Sox. You can browse the largest selection of official gear, including the latest apparel, nostalgic memorabilia, and authentic classics for the whole family. So get your gear from the official source. Shop at whitesox.com. And that's fouled back. Baltimore leading Oakland 3-1, top of the 7th at Oriole Park. Oakland comes into the day on an 8-game losing streak. Just off the corner. And the count 1-2.
If Gavin can entice Figgins to hit the ball on the ground, he has grounded into 4 double plays, but you better do it quickly, especially from the left side.
Yeah, he's a scooter. Flips that one. That's going to be a base hit. So Carp will pull up. And with 1 out, they have 2 on.
Figgins flipped it to one of his best friends, Juan Pierre. Sean Figgins came up together with the Colorado Rocky organization. Still remain very close to this day. It's Mike Brumley in your picture. He's the first base coach. Jeff Datz, the coach at third.
And here's Ichiro. He had a little soft looper to Beckham. Breaking ball just misses. And if you're just joining us, Minnesota this afternoon beat Cleveland 3-2. Caps the winner over Perez. And that's into left field. That should be a can of corn.
Give you an idea what Ichiro is going through, something that he's very unfamiliar with, and that is first part of the year he had 303. That's good. Last 19 games coming into tonight 165. That's one of the longest slumps for one of the great hitters in baseball.
There's Brendan Ryan. He walked. Only walk issued by Gavin. Chops that one foul, and we understand Derek Lowe has a no-hitter through 6 down in Florida. Broken bat. Double clutch. And he got him. The strong arm of Gordon Beckham made up for the double clutch, and that'll retire the side. We'll go to the bottom of the third. It is still 1-0 Sox.
We had to do to these Mariners. Then the Athletics come to town for 4. We get an off day, and it's on the road to Minnesota for 3, to Arizona for another round of interleague play for 3. And we head right back home.
It'll be Beckham, Morel, then back to the top of the order with Juan Pierre here in the Sox half of the third inning. Gordon hitting at .236, 6 homers. He's driven in 20. Takes the change up off the plate. And that's out of play.
Here's our AT&T Uverse multi-view. This is a good shot, center field camera. Hands of Gordon Beckham.
Stay fair. It won't. Dadgummit.
That one didn't miss by much with DJ Rayburn right on the line. Hooked at the last moment.
Yeah, that next road trip we have, 6-dayer. We only have one more 10-game road trip. We have most of our tough schedule behind us. Right after the All-Star break, we go to Detroit for 3, Kansas City for 3, then an off day, and then finish up that 10-day road trip with 3 in Cleveland. That fastball in on the fist.
Hard to believe at game number 64. There's 98 left after tonight. Gone by pretty quickly.
That's a can of corn. 1 out. And here comes Morel. Yeah, this is, even with all of the travails of our Sox, it has gone by. Usually when you go and we're playing like we were for so long, it really goes slow, but for some reason this didn't. Now the road trips felt like they were like 3-weekers.
Yeah, they were, seemingly.
Yeah.
3 city trips in the first half of the season. Last one being by far the toughest.
And the count 2-0. Vargas, just like he's playing catch with Miguel Olivo. Right there.
If you're left-handed, get the ball over the plate and find a changeup, you can make a lot of money. Or you can pitch to your 47 like Jamie Moyer and make even more money.
How old was Orozco when he retired?
46.
How old was Plesac when he retired?
60. Sorry, Dan.
Dan was a great left-handed reliever for about over 20 years. If you count longevity, maybe the best left-handed reliever ever. He and Orozco.
They're both excellent. John Franco was another one that picked up a lot of saves, over 400 of them, I believe.
He was a good one. Two out, 0-1 to count. Here hits the ball hard his first at bat. Just into center field. Gutierrez, boy, every time we have hit a ball hard, he's standing right in front of it.
It's where it looks like there's radar to his glove.
1, 2, 3 inning, that's 7 in a row retired by Vargas.
the fourth meal from Taco Bell. Open 1 a.m. or later.
It's a 1-0 Sox lead. Top of the fourth inning, Smoke, Kennedy, and Olivo to face Gavin Floyd. Smoke hit into a 4-6-3 double play.
This is the closest this team comes to having a really difficult part of the batting order. They have not done too much with the bats this year. It's been the arms, both in the rotation and the bullpen, that's kept them afloat.
Curveball. Pauley's got him. 1 out.
Here's our AT&T trivia question. What White Sox player hit 3 home runs versus the Seattle Pilots on June 24th of 1969? Think about that one for a while. We'll get back to you with the answer.
So here's Kennedy. He was called out on a good curveball. And there's the strike. Ball hit hard, get foul. It will.
That breaking ball had a little too much of the plate. And Adam Kennedy fortunately got out too quickly and hooked it in front of the pole. Our Bank of America pitch tracks, take a look where the 3 appears. Ball just kind of rolls there.
Little defense right there, played by Kennedy. Another time, little defense. Guys are so much better at that today than they were 30 or 40 or 50 years ago, with the exception of Luke Appling. Little aches and pains. And that's about 100 years ago.
Well, Gavin got him looking at a curveball, and he's going to try it again outside in.
He gone.
There it is.
He didn't like that one.
Well, I can understand that.
I know it.
Yeah. But occasionally you got to get the benefit of the call. Kennedy just shaking his head. Ramon wants it away. It is away. Well away. But good enough, says Marvin Hudson. And that's good enough for me.
So here's McGill. He popped up to Beckham. And that's a can of corn into right field to Lillibridge, back on the edge of the track. And that'll do it. We go to the bottom of the fourth. It is still 1-0.
What White Sox player had 3 home runs versus the Seattle Pilots on June 24th of 1969? The answer, Bill Melton. Second game of a doubleheader. Well, if you take the foam finger, I'm going to take your hat. That's all there is to it.
First pitch strike to Alexei, who hit the first pitch he saw. A pop-up to Smoke right at the mound. With a chopper to Hopper. 1 out. That'll bring up Quentin, and here's what he did back in the first.
That's the difference in the ball game. 16th homer, 43rd driven in. Trails Paulie by 4. Leads them by 2 in home runs.
And, of course, with that home run by Quentin, Alex Snellius family will donate $100 to White Sox charities for every Sox homer hit throughout the course of the season. That is number 65. So $6,500 donated by Alex Snellius in loving memory of Ursula. High pop-up. Two down.
No hitter.
And here's Paulie.
And the no-hitter is over in Florida.
Paulie popped up to Kennedy. Change up and the count 2-0. Ball smoke fair. Well, he's going to give it a go. Here's the throw, not in time. So he'll pick up his 10th two-bagger.
Vargas fell behind 2-0 and gave Paulie one on the outside corner. That's a changeup, but he reaches out and whacks it right by Figgins, who had no chance. DJ Rayburn on the call.
And here's Rios. Hit the first pitch. He saw a changeup in the center field for an out. Takes ball 1. And he's got the catbird seat.
Brendan Ryan is playing on the grass at shortstop. And Rios has pretty good speed. That's kind of an unusual setup.
And the count 3-0. Turn him loose. Taking all the way. Change up.
He threw him a changeup with first base open. He wasn't going to take any chances that he was going to get the 3-0 green light.
Well, they thought he was, but he didn't.
Even if you get it, I don't know if you're going to hit a changeup.
No, he wouldn't have swung at it. Right off the end of the bat. Another changeup. And it'll return to the side. 2-out double by Konerko goes for naught. And we're into the 5th. If you are the 500th texter, you could win $5 footlong subs from Subway. Figueroa, Gutierrez, and Carp here in the top of the 5th inning. Figueroa, a major league pop-up into short center field.
And like many young hitters, he's got the nose to toe strike zone, but a very big power if he ever catches up to one.
Josh Hamilton just doubled in 2 runs, and Texas now leading the Tigers 4-1. Texas, one of the 4 or 5 elite teams in baseball when they're healthy. 1-2 the count.
When Hamilton and Cruz are in that lineup with all the rest of the guys, and the guy that everybody keeps missing is Michael Young, unless of course you've seen him play all these years, but they've got so much thunder, and now under Mike Maddox they have some pretty good pitching.
Wait till Kinsler gets it warmed up. That's up high.
That's a look at the West, which by all thoughts Texas should run away with.
Yeah, they're by far the best team out there. Got to hurry. Oh, nice play. Nice recognition. Nice pick by Paulie. Mercy. Good play all around.
It really helps if you can field your position, especially in close games. Yemen Floyd ranging far to his right, steadies himself, and Paulie, as we give you the look on a relative long hop. That one was not an easy pick.
Well, and wasn't an easy play for Gavin because he hesitated for just a second. He thought, then all of a sudden he realized if he didn't get it,
that's a base hit.
It's a base hit. That good recognition on his part. Gutierrez hit a hot comebacker to Gavin, who made the play. And the count 2-0. A run on 2 hits, no errors for our guys. No runs, 1 hit, no errors for their guys. Come back and get him, Gavin. Come back and get him. Outfield, straight up, spread out. There's one. Yankees trying to get back in that game. They now trail 7-4. It was 7-0. To Hopper. Nice comeback from a 3-0. 2 down.
Morel ranging far to his left. He really has an unorthodox throw for a third baseman. There's been a lot of good ones. Greg Nettles did that for years. Flipped it from down on the side. When he has to go get it, however, he'll go straight over the top and show you a pretty big arm.
As Puff would too.
Yes, sir.
When Greg was with us in Cleveland before he got traded to the Yankees, he was a horrible third baseman. He was a butcher. Boy, did he ever become a great one. He was a terrific. He wound up. Hard work. Robin, when he first joined us, Ventura, Doug Manzolino really helped him a lot. And Robin became a great third baseman. But when he first joined us, he was really shaky. And it's guys like that who were having to go through a learning process who make great instructors. And of course, if you haven't heard, Sox a couple of days ago hired Robin Ventura to be Buddy Bell's assistant, visit all our minor league camps, go around and help the youngsters out.
There's a lot of third base experience between those two guys. Buddy Bell, who was a really good third baseman, and Robin Ventura.
There's a broken bat base hit for Carp, who was tearing it up at Tacoma. Comes with the 2-out broken bat double. If you're just joining us, he was hitting .348 down there with 19 homers and 58 RBIs.
He's had a couple of shots, but never a prolonged shot. So Gavin throws it right where he wants to. He gets it inside. It's a good pitch. Breaks his bat, but he's strong. He muscles it down the line and then runs it into a 2-base hit.
Well, when you got an offense that's struggling like the Mariners with the great pitching that they have. There's a strike to Figgins. He laced a single in the left field for their first hit. But when you get a guy who's just 24 years old, got that kind of numbers behind him in the minor leagues, and you got the offense that they got, you got to give him a shot.
I liked Hallman. Kid we saw him in the first game. Haven't seen him in the next two. But he looked like he's got a chance to be a pretty good hitter.
Yeah, he's just 23. And the count 2-1. Hallman last year at Tacoma hit 33 homers and drove in 80.
I think Eric Wedge was thinking about the fact that Hallman is right-handed. They knew that Gavin, against most right-handers, just eats them up with that curveball and cutter.
Three and one to count with Ichiro on deck.
Even though Ichiro's in a slump, Figgins is still hitting under 200 and has been most of the year.
There's a strike. Well, hitters are no different than teams, as we talk about so often. It's not who you play, it's when you play them. And hitters, it's not who the hitter is, it's how's he hitting.
Well, very rarely have we ever seen Ichiro struggling like he is lately. Well, hopefully those struggles will continue, because that's the tying and go-ahead run on base.
Second walk issued by Gavin. Ichiro has looped out softly to second and gone out to left field. Ichiro going through his routine, his ritual. Very methodical. Up in the batter's box. Watch him hit once. You can watch him do the same thing 3 weeks from now. Good breaking ball there. Had a little sharpness to it. Not a roller.
Someone caught a good piece of the plate. Ichiro was not going to swing at a breaking ball on the first pitch. He's never had less than 206 hits in any season he's been in the major leagues. He's going to have to average over a hit in the third to get to 200 this year.
He moves around in that batter's box more than any other hitter in this league.
When you see no home runs down there, it's surprising, because he's got tremendous power.
There's a good fastball strike. So 2 on, 2 out, 1-2 the count to the 37-year-old veteran. And that's foul. "89 degrees as we speak." Nice crowd on hand. Late arriving crowd. And that's up high, 2-2.
Ichiro's only fanned 15 times this year. He's been to bat 256. You see the Mariners' career batting leaders. It's Ichiro by a wide margin over a couple of great hitters, Edgar Martinez, Alex Rodriguez, and our Joey Cora on that list at number 5.
Well, Ichiro's the second toughest guy to fan in the league. Pierzynski is the toughest. AJ only strikes out once every 16.5. Suzuki once every 14.5. Meanwhile, the count is full. So now the good speed of Figgins at first comes into play if there is anywhere near a gapper. And the payoff. Nice pick. Nice play. He was going to his left. He saw it was a breaking ball. Meanwhile, he made the adjustment. That's just good baseball acumen there. As it is the bottom of the fifth, 1-0 good guys. It'll be Lillibridge, Castro, and Beckham. Boy, there was a good heads-up play by Beckham. 3-2, 2 on, 2 out. Runners going. Now watch him. Watch how he will break to his left here. He sees a curveball. He's going to his left. Now he recovers, goes back. The speedy Ichiro, and gets it easily.
Well, it helps if you have a shortstop's arm and you're playing second. That's one of the reasons why, among others, Ryne Sandberg is in the Hall of Fame. Gordon was a lifetime shortstop. He can still get plenty out of them. Very much of a plus arm for a second baseman.
It's the best arm we've had at second base since Uribe.
Uribe has a big arm from
anywhere,
including the outfield if he decides to go out there.
Got him on the inside corner. This guy's a good pitcher.
Brent takes it. Robert Hudson's been calling the inside part of the plate. Goes down for the second time, and Vargas moving the ball around and changing eye levels. He goes up, he goes down, he goes in, he goes out.
And every pitch looks like it's the same, motion-wise. Whether it be the fastball, the breaking ball, which he hadn't thrown many of those. Basically, he's just been a two-pitch pitcher. Just flipped a couple of spinners up there.
Came to the big leagues with the Florida Marlins. Then he was traded over to the New York Mets before being traded over to the Mariners. He was injured in 2008, didn't play that entire season. It's a good thing he's not in the lineup because he has a career .292 batting average. He might be one of their better hitters.
2 down. And here's Beckham. They went out to center field.
Last time out, probably the best game by far of the year for Vargas. 4-hit shutout against Tampa Bay. He went the distance.
Takes the fastball strike. He's not messing around with the middle of that plate very often tonight. Even that home run by Quentin. Ball was inside.
Well, you can't. I mean, when you're sitting at 88, which is primarily what he does, anywhere from 86 to 91, but primarily 88, 89, you can't make those mistakes.
No. Nope.
But to our guys, that 89 might as well be 97 because you know the changeup is good enough where his fastball looks better, and then he throws it up and he throws it on the inner portion where you can't really get to it.
Well, he knows how to pitch up. Show me a guy who knows how to pitch up, and I'll show you a good pitcher. That's what we're talking about for the youngsters out there. All you guys in high school and college are not hard throwers. The last 2 games, we have faced 2 flamethrowers, Pineda and Hernandez, with good stuff. I mean, good breaking balls, everything, and beat them. And now you get a guy out there who hadn't touched 90 yet tonight. So you don't have to be a hard thrower, but you better get yourself a changeup, and you better be able to spot a fastball.
Also helps if you're going to be a soft tosser. Helps to be left-handed.
Well, it's a left-handed game. Left-handed pitchers have the advantage, especially ones who can feel their positions, especially if they've got a good move to first. And you're a step and a half to 2 steps quicker to the base if you're a left-handed hitter. $21,517 paid, but we have more than that in the house.
Gordon battling him. Pretty good at bat. Minus the head-high fastball, the same kind of battling at bat he had against Michael Pineda. Keep spoiling him. That was a real good cutter inside. Very bright out here tonight.
Full count. Morel on deck. And that's ball 4. That's a good at bat. That's the first walk issued by Vargas. Gordon had that great at bat against Pineda in game 1. One of the best at bats we've seen from one of our hitters all year long. Almost got hit right in the face with a 97-mile-an-hour fastball. Got up, dusted his pants off, went after him. Got a rocket single back through the middle to knock in our second run in that ball game. We won it 3-1. And there's a pop-up. And that'll retire the side. We have finished 5. We lead at 1-0.
Then Figueroa, good play on both ends with Gavin Floyd and Paul Konerko.
Brendan Ryan, the shortstop. Justin Smoke, the first baseman, and Adam Kennedy, the second baseman, here in the top of the 6th inning. Ryan has walked and grounded to second. Beckham made a good play on him.
Ryan thinking about bunting, and that brought Brent Morel charging in from third base. He's pretty tough to bunt against. He's a solid third baseman.
Breaking ball close, didn't get it, and count 2-0. Well, before it's over with, Brent's going to be one of the top third basemen in the game.
You know, he was having a few problems early. And I talked with Chris Chambliss, who is the hitting instructor of these Mariners. And he had him in the minor leagues. And he said, he's a great third baseman. He goes, I don't know why he's having some problems, but don't worry about him.
Right.
He said, I watched him, and he's going to be a great one.
2-2. Yeah, he's going to get better and better and better. And there's a base hit on a fastball. So the leadoff man aboard.
Derek Jeter is now just 13 hits away from the coveted 3,000 mark. Has been a great representative of the game of baseball.
Here's Smoke. 0 for 2. Grounded into a 4-6-3 double play, and he grounded out to Konerko. Takes ball 1.
Smoke has grounded into 7 double plays this year. That leads his team in that department.
Ramon just does a double take, as does Gavin Floyd on that one.
Big difference on a straight change between 1-1 and 2-0.
Smoke is 1 for 15 off Floyd, but that one hit was when he was with Texas, and that one hit left the ballpark so fast and long. That's when we got a chance to see the power of Justin Smoke. And the count 3-1.
Now you just hope to keep one away from Smoke, let him roll over it, and ground it to the right side. He's going to be squeezing the sawdust out of it, looking for a fastball. He's going to get a breakie.
Full count.
Good cutter down and in.
Yankees trying to come back, trail Boston 8-5. Hitting in the bottom of the 6th with the bases loaded and 1 out. There goes the runner. And that ball is absolutely ripped by Beckham. So 1st and 3rd, nobody out.
One of the few times tonight that Gavin has been behind, and to their most powerful hitter, you can't do this too much. Even though he cut that ball, this one just exploded by Gordon Beckham. And now you got some problems, even though Kennedy has seen nothing but air tonight.
Got him on a couple of curveballs. And the count 1-0.
RBIs with a runner at 3rd, less than 2 outs, 7 of 11. Above the AL average. Not quite as good as Brendan Ryan. He was 14 for 14 in that department.
Kennedy trying to stay inside, take it up the middle. Just a short lead by Smoke. And the count 1-2.
Gavin about ready to deliver his 90th pitch. Had some problems in the third, a couple of problems in the fifth, and he's got some big problems here in the sixth.
A little bigger lead now by Smoke. And the 1-2. Good try.
Toughest thing for a right-handed pitcher to do is keep that ball on the inside part of the plate and don't make it move back over the plate. That one just a touch too far inside.
And the 2-2.
Good
that
idea.
Fastball at 94.
He reached back, got a little something extra, threw it face high, and Kennedy able to fight it off. Don Cooper has a clicker in his hand. He knows that he's about to deliver pitch number 92 on a very warm and a very humid evening.
Morel going to second. They won't be able to get him thrown away.
What a break that was, because there wasn't much of a chance to get Kennedy. And Gordon Beckham got under the throw and airmailed Paulie at first. Fortunately, it didn't go in the dugout or the seats. Kennedy in full protection mode drives home the tying run. Morel going for two, and Gordon flat-footed, trying to get off the throw as quickly as possible, but even with a good throw, you're not going to get him.
So we got a 1-1 tie. And here's Olivo, who has popped to second and gone out deep to right. Boy, that was nasty right there. Whew. And the count 0-2. And a reminder, join the Chi Sox mobile group today by texting Paul. That's P-A-U-L to 244-769 for a chance to win an autographed Paul Konerko bat. Chi Sox mobile users get special offers, exclusive deals, contest info, and more. So text Paul to Chi Sox 244-769 to be entered to win. A little bigger lead there. He takes off.
And good job by Olivo. The simple reason that he saw Kennedy's jump and realized a lot easier to drive him home from second than first. His sixth stolen base of the season.
Well, that's tough to do with 2 strikes, though.
Pitch up and out of the zone.
He gone.
Oh, good cutter by Gavin that time. Olivo hasn't had much of anything to hit in 3 games. Look at this one explode at the end.
No, there's always one guy that wears it. And in this 3-game set here, it's been Miguel Olivo. He's only had, now in 10 at-bats in this series, probably only maybe 2, maybe 3 pitches to hit. So here's Peguero. He's 0 for 2. Curveball, no. Final from Baltimore. Orioles beat Oakland 3-2. Oakland now on a 9-game losing streak.
Getting on a plane to come here.
For 4.
Don't want to be careful with this guy. Even with Gutierrez in the on-deck circle, hasn't had the ball out of the infield tonight, and it would be right-hander to right-hander.
Three and 0. Guerrero 6'5", 250 pounds. Talking with Ron Fairly, former outstanding Dodger. Get foul. It will. And he was talking about Peguero. He says if he hits it good, you don't know where it's going to come down. He put a little charge into that one right there. And I applaud
the 3-0 green light.
When you got guys that's what you go up there for, the count. The count. Yeah, there's certain situations you don't give it 3-0, a lot of them, but he's got a youngster up there. And a curveball. Only missed maybe 10 feet of having ourselves a 3-1 ball game here.
Well, you got first base open and one of the better right-handed curveballs in the league. Go get him with that one.
And that's ball 4. So the third walk.
And Don Cooper going out slowly to the mound. Gavin has thrown 102 pitches.
Yeah, he's just giving him a breather right here. He had a stressful fifth with 2 outs, a double by Carp, then the walk to Figgins. Still very humid down on that field.
Marvin Hudson goes out there to break up the discussion. Nobody's up in the pen, so Don just bought him about a minute and a half of settle down time and reminded him how to get out Gutierrez.
He's 0 for 2. A comebacker, a hard comebacker to Gavin, and then a ground ball to Morel.
Gavin economical early. Last 2 innings, the workload piling up. 27 in each.
Breaking ball strike. Slider. Another one. And the count 0-2.
The same one he threw to Olivo will be just as effective to Gutierrez.
And that's high. That's trouble. There was a hanger. That's going to score 1. Now 2. So they had him 1 and 2, hangs him a curveball, and it's a 3-1 Seattle lead.
Just the third and fourth run batted in of the year for Franklin Gutierrez, who had stomach problems. Missed the early part of the season. And there's a rolling curveball. They don't have to necessarily hang when they roll. A hitter can gauge where they're going to be. And that ball gets hung up, does not come to Juan in the corner. That allowed the second run to score.
There's Carp. Takes low. Those high hangers go hit hard.
Matt Thornton loosening in the pen.
Bottom of the fifth in Texas. Rangers leading Detroit 5-1. Two 2-0 the count to the 24-year-old rookie. Big hack. And it's 2-1.
This Seattle organization has always given Gavin a rough time of it. He's 3-4 lifetime with a 4.68 ERA against the Mariners. Last year was a good year for him against his team.
And that's into center field. But a high curveball hit hard by Gutierrez knocks in a pair. We'll go to the bottom of the sixth. Now we trail it 3-1. Game live. Watch highlights and get analysis from Chuck and Bill. Plus, go to Ozzy's post-game remarks live. Don't miss Galaxy White Sox post-game live immediately following this game right here on Comcast Sportsnet, fans' best friend.
For the first time tonight, Vargas goes to the mound with the lead. He's got to face the top of the order.
Taylor twice has gone out to Gutierrez in center. Corners in close. First pitch strike. Texas now leading Detroit 6-1. Alexei Ogando. Breaking ball strike and the count 0-2.
Juan looking back and asking Marvin Hudson about that pitch. That ball had the whole plate and was pretty much down the middle.
Little soft pop up. So here's Alexei. He's popped up to Smoke and he's grounded to short. Pitching matchup starting tomorrow night. I think he plans to be with us here because Mark Buehrle's on the bump. And that's bad play by Figgins. He just let that ball play him. So
well, as soon as Figgins started giving ground on this, you knew he was in trouble. Ball's hit hard, but Figgins is there, and ball just goes under his glove. That's just a very bad effort.
yeah. So here's Quentin. That's a generous hit. We'll take it. Quentin had homer in the first, then he popped up to third in the fourth. Gap out there in left center. Change up away. Three runs, 5 hits, no errors for their guys. 1 run, 3 hits, no errors for our guys. Jason Vargas, 28-year-old southpaw out of Long Beach, California, has pitched well. Checks it up. Another change up. And the count 2-0 with Konerko on deck. But that pitching matchup tomorrow, good one. Mark Buehrle against Trevor Cahill. If you can't make it to the ballpark, it'll be right here on Comcast Sportsnet. Then on Friday, Edwin Jackson against to be announced. And that game on Comcast Sportsnet Plus. And on Saturday, Johnny Danks against Gio Gonzalez. A couple of southpaws out there. A couple of good young left-handers. And that game will be over WGN. And then Umber against Moscoso on Sunday. In the finale of that 4-game set. And this 10-game homestand. And that game will be right back here on Comcast Sportsnet. That should be rack him up. Got him off balance, way out in front. Nice pitch. And Quentin bit. Win of the 7th. Take on the Cubs and win the chance to deliver the starting lineup card during the Sox Cup Series at U.S. Cellular Field June 20th, 21st, and 22nd. Look in your June 19th Sunday Chicago Tribune for details.
Matt Thornton comes into the game. He's 0-3, the ERA 5.40, on for the 23rd time. He's going to inherit Sean Figgins as the first hitter that he looks at, then back to the top of the order.
Figgins is 1 for 1. A single and a walk.
Kevin Floyd went 6 innings, gave up 3 runs on 5 hits, walked a pair, fanned 3.
Gavin pitched well. He'd just like to have that curveball to Gutierrez back. Want to know the count to the 33-year-old veteran switch hitter. Grant, ooh. Almost came out of it too quick. Meanwhile, 1 down.
Well, he had to play in close because he wanted to take away the bunt.
He knows he almost came up too quick.
Sometimes you get a little lucky.
Yep.
And he looks in. Oh, stuck in there. Good.
So here's Ichiro. He's 0 for 3. He's 1 for 11 in this series. First pitch strike.
And Castro, when Ichiro walked up, just gave Morel the bunt sign just to make sure he's in.
Good rip right there by Ichiro. He is really, you can't. I know there are a lot of youngsters over in Japan trying to copy his style, but that is not an easy one to copy. His head drifts forward more than any other hitter I've ever seen. Mark his head. We'll get a side shot in a minute if we get a chance. Now mark his head, the left to our left, his right side head. Mark it on something back in the seats there. And watch how much it drifts. It's amazing. And all he does is all he's going to do is go to 2 Hall of Fames. One in Japan and one in Cooperstown. He's the kind of hitter, if you saw him playing in the sandlots over in Japan and you didn't see the results, just saw him, you'd say, that guy can't hit. Head moves too much. High in the right field. Billy Bridge. 2 down.
Here's a guy that started off the big 6th inning, Brandon Ryan.
2-2 fastball in the hole between first and second. Fouls it, or pops it up, I should say, and Matt is there, makes a catch. A 1-2-3, nice inning for Matt Thornton. 7th inning stretch. We need some runs. Go. Alex Rios, Brent Lillibridge here in the bottom of the 7th. We trail it 3-1. Paulie did not like that call on the changeup.
Our Bank of America pitch tracks. Right across the plate high enough.
If you're just tuning in, Vargas has not hit 90. Did hit 89 a couple times. He is just thrown just a couple of show me breaking balls. It's been fastball, slider, but he has spotted the fastball and spotted. Now Paulie getting hot. And spotted that changeup. The one run we do have is a home run on an inside fastball by Quentin back in the 1st inning. Since then, we have not even come close to sniffing the run.
There's one of the few breakies. Well, not real happy with that at bat.
No. Here's Alex. He has gone out to center, and he's bounced back to Vargas. Change up. As we told you, that's the worst 5 words you can tell a hitter. The guy's got a great changeup. That curveball. And it's out number 2. And a reminder, Bacardi at the Park, well, it's now open, offering a full menu from Gibson's Restaurant Group. Bacardi at the Park is a great place to meet your friends and watch all the action on over 70 flat-screen HD TVs. Nice place. With or without a game ticket, Bacardi at the Park is open to fans at 11 a.m. before all home games. Located at Gate 5 Plaza, north of 35th Street, right across the street from USA Field. Lillibridge is grounded to short and struck out. He's been changing speeds on that changeup. That one is 79. He's had some 80s, 82s, 83s. There's an 88 on his fastball.
Ball had a great deal of the plate. Brent usually hits that, but when you change eye levels and you change speeds as much as Vargas has, everything looks much better than it really is.
Well, you know as well as anybody, Stoney, you were a pitcher. I mean a pitcher.
Well, he's thrown
and
two.
When you're a pitcher, the art of pitching is throwing strikes and changing speeds.
He's thrown 2 fastballs, one at 88, one at 89, by a guy who has been hitting everybody's fastball in the league.
And he gets that breaking ball, pokes it into center field. So Lillibridge, that's just our 4th hit.
That ball out of the zone. It's actually a pretty good pitch. You want the hitter to swing at that, but a bad result as far as Vargas is concerned. For Brent, some nice hitting.
Here's Ramon. He has grounded to second. He has struck out. Struck out on a changeup, almost like a screwball last time, going down and away. And there's a get down. It will. Base hit. So 2 out, 2 on. And that'll bring up Beckham.
Looked like a cutter inside. Ramon able to dump it in front of Peguero in left field. Eric Wedge, Robbie Thompson. Gordon Beckham has had a succession of pretty good at-bats over the last few weeks.
We need a good one right here. Takes that fastball high and wide.
Ryan Bruni continues to throw in the bullpen.
Another fastball high and wide. And the changeup on the 2-0. Boy, he has played us like a fiddle tonight with that changeup.
Got tremendous confidence in it. If you can throw 2-0, especially with 2 on.
And the count 3-1.
We did get a break there.
Yeah. Looked like a good pitch.
It was.
And there's a base hit. So here comes Lillibridge. He'll make the turn. He'll score. And it's a 3-2 ball game on a good at bat, and yet another good at bat by Gordon Beckham. Don't stop now, boys.
RBI number 21 for Gordon. He gets a 3-1 and another changeup. Gordon looking for it, got it, drilled it into left field. Lillibridge with just too much speed outruns the arm of Figueroa. And Vargas sees his lead shrink by 1. Carl Willis coming out to have a talk with him. And with runners at first and second, the pitch count up at 87, so it's not a pitch count issue with Vargas. Willis just wants to know if he's got some left. Jamie Wright throwing in the bullpen. He just got up, so Willis is going to take as much time as he can out there on the mound, and now Marvin Hudson goes out to try to break it up. It's going to be Brent Morrell with an opportunity to, at the very least, tie up the ball game.
Brent's 0 for 2. That strikeout and that pop to second. So he really hadn't had 2 good at bats the first 2 times up. We need one right here. Change up. Try to rake him right off that mound if he throws that change up. And the fastball.
Well, this one borderline at best. So we got one earlier. This one top of the zone perhaps.
Well, that looked like a good pitch to hit right there. Meanwhile, the 0-2. Grant can go the other way, as you know, but Ramon's not going to score on a base hit to right field with this hit any kind of velocity whatsoever.
Certainly not going to score on a base hit to left field with Figueroa's arm.
Backhanded, they're going to go to third base.
Well, you don't really have to tag him, Sean, because it's a force out and you're standing on the bag.
But we come up with one. We'll go to the 8th, trailing 3-2. In, Sox took the lead with 1 in the first, homer by Quinton. Then the Mariners with 3 runs at the top of the 6th inning. And those 3 runs snapped a streak of 27 consecutive scoreless innings against the Mariners by Gavin Floyd. We just picked up 1, so it's a 3-2 Seattle lead.
And this looks like a tough inning for Matt Thornton as he tries to navigate his way through the middle of this order.
Switch hitting first baseman, Smoke. He's 1 for 3.
Juan Castro having a little discussion with Marvin Hudson on that first pitch.
There's a chopper to Hopper. 1 out.
Jesse Crain loosening in the pen. But what Eric Wedge has done with his lineup is lefty, righty, lefty, righty, lefty, and then switch. So it's not all that easy to pitch to, although they've struggled offensively this year.
Here's Kennedy. He had a big at bat back in that 6th inning. He fouled off a couple of tough pitches. And then finally hit into a 5-4 fielder's choice, knocked in a run. He reached it first, stole second, and then he scored on a 2-run double by Gutierrez on a high curveball from Gavin. And the count 1-2. Pops it up into short left field. 2 out. And a reminder, the Aussie plan includes your choice of 13 games, including the BP Crosstown Cup Series against the Cubs and matchups against the Twins, Yankees, and Red Sox. Now, the Aussie plan is available right now, so call 312-674-1000 or visit whitesox.com. Nice job by Matt Thornton. He retired all 5 that he saw. So he leaves. Last 3 outings, Matt has been Matt. He leaves, and Jesse Crain comes on, and we'll be back.
And it is Jesse Crain. Jesse 2-2, ERA a touch over 3 on for the 26th time. Matt Thornton did a great job. I talked to him in Boston. He said he found something in the bullpen. He said, you can't see it on tape, but I was rushing a bit. He said, I got it. I said, okay, show it to us. And he's done just that. So Jesse also has had a good run at it. 4 outs to go.
Yeah, the last 3 times out he has been mad. First pitch strike to Miguel Olivo, who is 0 for 3 tonight. He's popped a second, gone out deep to right, and struck out. Curveball, and the count evens at 1. Just tuning in, Minnesota beat Cleveland 3-2 this afternoon. 7th inning in Texas, 6-1 Rangers over Detroit. Top of the 9th in New York, 8-5 Boston. That ball hit hard. Get down. It won't. Just a line shot out of here.
First pitch that Miguel Olivo has had to hit tonight. And he hits his 8th home run. 28th run driven in. A Ford home run replay. It's a hanging curveball. Up and out over the plate. Only the 3rd home run Jesse's given up. And it's a 2-run deficit.
There's a curveball chopped foul by Peguero, who is 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored.
Awfully strong man you're looking at.
That was just a strong man that hit that line shot out of here as well. Him.
That's the one I was talking about.
I thought you were talking about Peguero.
No, he's a big strong man.
Yeah, he's 6'5", 250.
And he's a young man.
Two out in the 2-1 pitch. And that is into left field deep. Back on the track by the Comcast Sportsnet sign. And that'll retire the side, but the home run by Miguel Olivo. And we trail by 2. Field coverage begins at 6:30 with Sportsnet Central. White Sox A's tomorrow at 7, only on Comcast Sportsnet, fans' best friend.
And there's the matchup. River Cahill, a real good one, against Mark Burley, also a real good one. Starts him off with a changeup. Juan Pierre is 0 for 3. Greg Holman takes over defensively in left field.
Four runs, 6 hits, no errors for the Mariners. 2 runs, 6 hits, no errors for our Sox. Get down. 3 times he has gone out to Gutierrez, who plays everybody perfectly.
Well, you got a Gold Glove on your mantle, if you have a mantle. But he's got the Gold Glove, and we can see why. Jamie Wright still
Cal
listening in
Ripken Jr. of center field.
Pretty much, yeah, always in the right spot.
Get over his head. It will. That'll off the end of the bat. So, with 1 out, we have a runner, and that'll bring up Quentin, who's 1 for 3. He homered in the first, popped to third in the fourth, then in the sixth hit into a 6-4-3 double play.
Here comes Eric Wedge, and that's going to be it for Vargas as he motions to the bullpen. Wright will come in the game to face a tying run, so we'll step out and we'll be back.
Second at 7:10. Our White Sox take on the Cubs. Wednesday, June 22nd is presented by United. United, proud to fly the Chicago White Sox. So for tickets, 866-SOX-GAME or visit whitesox.com.
Our Verizon call to the pen is Jamie Wright. Having a very good year, 2-2, 2.70 ERA. On for the 28th time. That leads the staff in appearances. He's facing the tying run.
Right, 36-year-old veteran, 6'6", 230 pounds. Out of Hesperia, California. Jamie's made the rounds in his career. But here we go. 1 on, 1 out. We trail it 4-2. Curveball. And the count 2-0.
Jamie made the team as a non-roster player. He started his career back in 1993. Well, time does not permit us to tell you all the places he's visited.
And the count 3-0. Quentin has faced him 8 times, has 3 hits. There's one. Bit of a gap out there in left center. That ball hit high and deep. Stretch at the wall. He looks up. You can put it on the board. Yes. Yes. Two-run bomb by Quentin, and this game is tied at 4. Mercy. Mercy.
Carlos' second home run of the night, his 17th of the year. He's got 45 driven in. And just like that, our Ford home run replay will show you a ball down in the zone where Carlos loves it. Gavin Floyd can't lose. Jason Vargas can't win. And the game's in the hands of the pen.
Just get Vargas out of there.
That was it.
Don't stop now, boys, as Paulie pops up first pitch. Kennedy. 2 down. So here's Rios. He has faced right 11 times, has 2 hits. First pitch strike. Curveball. And that's fouled away, so the count 1-2.
And close the book on Vargas. He went 7 1/3, 3 runs on 7 hits, a walk, 4 strikeouts, and a no decision.
That young man can pitch.
He sure can. He sure did tonight.
That curveball ripped into. Wright is very fortunate that ball stayed in the park. If he waits just a hair longer, it's out of here. So good speed aboard.
This is a rolling breaking ball. Doesn't do a whole lot, as Wright has not brought a lot with him from the bullpen.
So here's Lillibridge. He scored a run for us last inning with 2 out. He singled. Then Castro single, then Beckham single. Come on, Brent. Good speed aboard, but you got Olivo behind the plate.
Sergio Santos throwing in the bullpen. Now that we find ourselves tied with the potential of going ahead.
That fastball popped up into center field, but the 2-run homer by Carlos Quentin will go to the ninth, tied at 4. The Mariner order, as here comes Ozzie now. And he wants Santos to come in. So Jesse Crain took his warm-up tosses, was ready to go. He'll depart, and we'll be back. Season, purchase a block of tickets or enhance your outing with one of 6 great party areas, and that's the Bertucci boys out there. They'll party with you. So call 312-674-1000 or visit whitesox.com.
Our Verizon call to the pen is the closer, who's called on just to hold him. Sergio Santos, spectacular year, ERA 124 on for the 24th time.
So here's Gutierrez. A 4-4 tie. Sox would run in the first, homer by Quentin. Mariners 3 in the 6th. We got one in the 7th. They got one in the 8th. And Quentin a 2-run homer in the 8th. And the count 2-0. Gutierrez has faced Sergio twice. He's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. But he's got a 2-0 count. That changes things around. Come back and get him no walks. Especially to the leadoff man. There's one. Gutierrez, a big 2-out, 2-run double in the 6th inning. Got a high rolling curveball from Gavin. And smoked it down into the left field corner. That ball is hit hard, and that's going to be a base hit. So the leadoff man aboard. And that'll bring up Mike Carp. You may be saying who? Mike Carp, 24 years old, just called up from Tacoma, where he was hitting .348, 19 homers, and 58 knocked in. He's 1 for 2 tonight with a double.
Got to keep your eye on Gutierrez. He's yet to steal a base. He's back in the lineup after some stomach problems, but last year he stole 25. So he's got good instincts and pretty good speed. 79%. Pretty good career numbers.
First pitch strike at 96.
Ramon looking over to see if Joey Cora would like a pitch out.
Certainly a throw over to first. Go one. Chops that one. That one at 96.
Bullpen going. It's Laffey, the soft tossing left-hander, and Brandon League, the hard throwing right-hander. League is their closer with 16 saves, despite a .468 ERA.
One and two to Mike Carp. There he goes. And he's safe.
First stolen base of the year. He struck out Carp. But Gutierrez moves up 90 feet, gets a very good jump. The throw is there. Just Sergio a little slow to the plate. Good changeup.
Yeah, that is what allowed him to get in there.
Yep. But the throw was right on the button.
Yep. So here's Figgins. He's 1 for 2, a single, a walk, and a ground out to Morel at third. Fakes the bunt, takes the ball.
Figgins wants Morel in closer because he'll slap the ball down that way, and Morel was back at third, showed the bunt, pulled it back.
And the count 2-0. Final now from the Bronx, 11-6 Boston. They have beaten the Yankees in 8 games this year. The Red Sox have beaten them 7 times. Wakefield over Burnett. Softly hit. And that is out number 2. So Gutierrez into third, and that'll bring up Ichiro. Ryan Dempster broke the Cubs' 8-game losing streak, beating Bronson Arroyo. Cubs beat Cincinnati 4-1. Dempster now 5-5. So they're going to go ahead and put Ichiro on. We got Brendan Ryan on deck. And while they put him on, a couple other scores. 8th inning in Houston. Astros leading the Cardinals 3-1. Some finals. Giants beat Washington 3-1. Rockies over the Padres 5-3. Dodgers was shut out 2-0 by Cole Hamels of the Phillies. Baltimore beat Oakland 3-2, and Atlanta in 10 innings beat the Marlins 3-2. And here comes Ozzie.
Well, despite the fact that Ichiro does not have a home run, has driven in 20, which isn't an overwhelming total. He has 6 intentional walks, far and away leading his team in that department. So it's up to Sergio to get Brendan Ryan, one of the guys, swinging the bat pretty well.
So he's telling them what he wants to do when Ichiro takes off here. There's 6 ways to defend that play.
Well, the one I like the least in this situation is throwing through.
Well, you got good speed at third.
That's what that's what I mean.
So here's Ryan. Takes ball 1. Well, you can actually throw by the pitcher, but it's got to be either to the second baseman, who is charging straight in, or to the shortstop. In this case, it'd be Beckham, who's charging straight in, because once that ball goes past the pitcher, that runner at third is going to break home.
Well, both those guys are very deep at their position.
Yeah, they're not going. We haven't run it yet. We're not going to run it tonight. As that's popped up.
Not going to stay in.
So the count 1-1. Ryan's 1 for 3. Started off that 3-run 6 with a base hit. A 2-2 fastball from Gavin. Ichiro, big lead. There he goes. And that's foul straight back. So the count 1-2. The thing about it is if they're not going to throw through, then Paulie should play behind him. Because if you're not going to throw through, he's going to steal it easy.
No, I agree with you.
And you play behind the guy, so you got more cover, because Ryan can go that way. No sense in holding him on if you're not going to throw through.
Well, the big gap is on that right side.
Two out, 2 on, and the 1-2 pitch. That's into center field, right at Alex. Yes, nice. And that'll retire the side. They threaten, can't score. We'll go to the bottom of the 9th. Castro, Beckham, and Morel, the schedule hitters. GMC Sportsnet Central. Coming up tonight, a post-game live highlights and post-game reaction from this game. Plus, we hear from one of the guys who will help Luke Donald to his #1 world ranking. So join Pat and Mark for GMC Sportsnet Central tonight after post-game live, only on Comcast Sportsnet, fans' best friend.
In a tie ball game, Aaron Laffey comes out of the bullpen at 0-1. The ERA a scant 2.05. On for the 20th time. From the Cleveland Indians, he's found a home in this Seattle bullpen. Of course, Eric Wedge, Carl Willis, very familiar with him. They had him for a long time as the pitching coach and the manager of the Indians. Now here he is in Seattle. Good time to tack a loss on it.
So here's Castro. He can do it. He's 1 for 3. If he makes a mistake to Ramon, you can put it on the board. High and wide. There's a strike. Laffey at times against us has really been good. When he was in that Cleveland uniform, other times he was really bad.
Pretty much of a soft tossing left-hander.
Oh, he just missed it. High into left field. Dadgummit.
.86 miles an hour. And Ramon pops it straight up. Looked like he tried to cut the fastball in. Got a little fortunate with that one.
So here's Beckham. He's faced Laffey 8 times, has 1 hit. Gordon 1 for 2 with a big RBI tonight. As that pitch tails outside.
Lucas Harrell just came back from the minor leagues with the disabling of Jake Peavy. Loosening in the pen.
Catbird seat for Beckham. And the count 3-0. And that's ball 4. 1st and 3rd in Brent. Brent's due. He's 0 for 3. Of all the guys on our roster, we've only got 1 guy that's ever had a home run off Laffey. And that was AJ. First pitch strike. In fact, we've only had 2 extra base hits off Laffey. Alexei had a double and AJ the homer.
Well, with a slight gap in left center, and AJ in ready reserve. See if Laffey can continue the mastery or Brent Morel gets his first hit of the night.
Here he goes. And the hit and run was on, so the count now 0-2.
And he had to protect, so he swung at a fastball at least 6 inches up and out of the zone, maybe more. Jeff Cox giving the curveball sign.
Checks it up. Good check. If you're just getting home, earlier this afternoon, Minnesota beat Cleveland 3-2.
Texas is all over the Tigers tonight. So this one a big one to win as Paulie gets up and throwing in the pen.
So Brent goes down, and that'll bring up Juan Pierre. Juan is 0 for 4. 3 times he has gone out to center field, and once he has popped up to short. Yeah, too much time. Now Laffey does not have a good move to first, but he is left-handed, and you get Olivo, who's thrown out 22% of attempted base stealers. And there's first pitch strike. Biggins right at the cut of the grass and guarding the line at third. Outfield short, swung well around to the left. And the count 0-2. That one at 90, up and in.
That's about it. As far as velocity is concerned, he tried to heat him upstairs. Juan laid off.
A little bigger lead now by Beckham.
We've not stolen a base in the series, and Olivo is 1 for 1. He gunned down Laurel trying to steal in the 6th inning last night.
Breaking ball, softly hit. That was a very little nonchalant toss. Almost didn't get him, but they did, and we'll go to extra innings. jerky all season long. Jack Link's beef jerky. Feed your wild side. Extra innings here at beautiful US Cellular Field. It'll be Smoke, Kennedy, and Olivo to face Sergio Santos. This is the 6th extra inning game for the Mariners. They played 3 on the road and they're 1-2. This is our 10th extra inning game. We have played 4 here at home. We're 1-3. In the first 9, we're 4-5.
Sergio in his 2nd inning of work had leadoff single, a stolen base by Gutierrez, putting him in scoring position. We got Ryan to softly line out to center field to end the 9th inning.
Has popped up left side. Brent looking for help. And nobody's going to get it, so Smoke.
That ball was up for a week.
A long time.
Well, Brent Morel can't be making that play.
No, that's got to be one.
He's out in fairly deep left field. Fortunately, everybody comes away uninjured, but Juan Pierre's got to call off Morel and make the play himself.
So not a good way to start off the 10th.
Smoke is going to depart for a pinch runner, and it's Jack Wilson.
And here's Kennedy. He's 0 for 4. And the count 2-0.
We're going out there to settle down Sergio. Ryan Bruni, the 2nd time throwing in the pen.
So the Mariners catch a huge break right there on that high pop-up. Man. And the count's 3-0. Two on, nobody out.
Don Cooper coming out. Miguel Olivo is not the bunting sort, but he does have one sacrifice this year. I doubt if he's thinking about that.
Now Jeff Datz wants to have a little clearing of the air with Olivo to make sure that he knows exactly what's going on. You don't want anybody missing a sign here. Now Paulie in front of Kennedy. And that's smoked right down the third baseline. So that high pop-up that fell in is going to score. The walk's going to score. And it's a 6-4 Seattle lead.
That pitch was up and out of the strike zone, and Miguel Olivo, with his 2nd and 3rd run batted in of the night, giving him 30 for the year. Don't see many guys turn on a high fastball like this, but it was on the inner portion and just inside the bag. DJ Rayburn emphatically motioning fair.
All right. All started with that high fly ball that fell in. And we'll be back.
Is Brian Bruni. He's going to make his 4th appearance since being recalled from AAA, where he was closing. Now he inherits Olivo out at second base. And a 2-run deficit.
Well, we've seen it. We saw it in that last game with Detroit. You give teams 4, 5 outs in an inning, you're probably going to get beat. So Hallman squares the bunt. Greg making his first plate appearance. First rule in baseball is you got to catch the ball. So the sacrifice.
Good bunt by Hallman, who came in defensively in left field, taking over the spot that Peguero started. And Hallman, who's out of the Netherlands, is a real good-looking young player.
So the infield in for Gutierrez, who's 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs. Takes ball 1. For our guys in the 10th, we've got Alexei, Quentin, Konerko, Rios, Lillibridge, and hopefully a couple more. There he goes.
Great execution. Just great. Well, unfortunately, it scores yet another insurance run. But the timing is essential here. And you can see 2 bunts in a row. Olivo with much better than average speed for a catcher. Waits until Bruni's in his delivery and then breaks.
Mike Karp is 1 for 3, a double. And a high pop up. Beckham making the call, has the ball. But we give them 4 outs, and they score 3 times, and we trail it 7-4.
Defensively at second. That shifts Adam Kennedy over to first. And a closer comes on. And it is Brandon Lee. We talked about the fact that his ERA and his record 0-4, 468, not good. But 16 saves, very good.
So here's Alexei. He has faced Brandon Lee 5 times, has 1 hit. It was a double. Quentin on deck. And a count 2-0. That one at 99 for a strike.
Well, despite how hard he throws, and it's awfully hard, and an unusual motion, he's only walked 4 in 25 innings this year.
That one at 98. And that's out number 1. Well, for a guy who throws 98, 99, and occasionally will hit 100, he's got some pretty decent movement on that fastball.
There's no doubt. In fact, he came from Toronto. They got Brandon Morrow, who was a starter for them. It was a swap of 2 real hard-throwing young guys that hadn't found their way in other cities. Change of scenery for both has worked wonders.
So here's Quentin. He's had a good night, but you got to have some help. You got to catch the baseball. He's 2 for 4, 2 homers, 3 RBIs. And the count 2-0. Most of the time when you see a guy throwing that hard, it's fairly straight, but he has good movement.
Throwing that hard with that arm angle is going to get you some movement.
And to count 3-0. Yeah, very seldom you ever see a slinger that doesn't have good movement.
It's true. It's just surprising that he throws as hard as he does consistently.
There's one.
And 100. Took a little something off to get it over.
Playing him perfectly. Wilson's got it and 2 down. So a big 2-run homer by Quentin in the 8th inning to tie it at 4. And here's Pauly. Pauly is 1 for 2 off league, and that one hit left the premises. That was out in Seattle. Pauly tonight 1 for 4, double back in the 4th. Softly hit, Figgins, and this ball game is over. So we give them 3 runs in the top of the 10th, and they beat us 7-4. And Gavin Floyd pitched well. Matt Thornton pitched well. Just couldn't get it done tonight.
No, and unfortunately they wasted a big night by Carlos Quentin. But when you don't make the plays, and we saw it, and we still see it, you give team just 4 outs, and it comes back to haunt you, and that's what happened tonight.
All right, our GMC player of the game is the catcher Miguel Olivo. 2 for 5, a homer, a 2-run double, our GMC player of the game. So for my partner Steve Stone, our director Jim Angio, our producer Mike Leary, our associate producer Dave Ross, our technical manager Mark Harper, the executive producer Jim Corno Jr., and for the mayor, me and Joe Grube, also up here in the booth with us, Tom Hoover and Frank D'Amato. This is the Hawk. So long.